back with a completed project. This is our completed 2021 cancer awareness build with just a little bit of a change of plans. Um, we had decided to do two builds in one project, actually two trikes, and so, but that didn't work out, and we just built the one. I did wound up having to do a ton of scene work and filling on this trike, mainly just because this body is in two halves, just like most of your model kit engines are, two halves glued together, exact same principle, except for the fact instead of them going together and meeting up flush and even, that didn't happen. I wound up having to cut locator holes off of the one half of the trike and just making it fit the body come together where as close as I could, and even then it didn't fit really well. I wound up having to do a whole lot of sanding and filling and letting dry and refilling and sanding some more and putting spot putty and sprue glue and but I wound up spent about 2 days doing that and off and on, but we got it, and it's you can't even tell. It looks like one big piece of plastic. So I'm pleased with that. But I didn't want to do that again and take up another 2 or 3 days doing that on another trike. And there's just not much uh, to these little trikes. I mean, they're pretty neat little builds and not much to them, but they went together pretty well. Other than that, I expected that anyway. So. But we got it done, and I want to go ahead and get started on, well, I actually got started on Rick Zink's daughter's tribute build, Veronica, and get the Corvette going. So I decided to just stop at the one. This one turned out really nice, really nice paint job, I think, on it, and I'll let you decide that for yourself. I'll take this away and let you take a look at it. And let me put you a little closer here. There we go. All right, there we go. We'll start with the engine. It's pretty much nothing done to it. Well, I did wire a distributor for it to give it a little interest. The block is a color called, it's Craftsmart's Ultra Bright Multi-Purpose Vintage Gold, and I waited till I got my paint job done before I decided on a block color. And this vintage gold, after I put the first coat down, I thought, well, that looks an awful lot like burnt orange. So I went over it again 2 more times and put actually 3 coats, and it really is a dead ringer for burnt orange. So I decided to do that. Shook the chrome, the headers, the valve covers, and our AK Extreme Metal polished stainless. So we went with that to give it a little less toyish look to it. Now I kept the handlebars and the injector stacks and the front and rear wheels. I kept all that chrome. It actually looked fairly decent, so I went over it with some Tamiya smoke and toned it down, knocked a little bit of the starkness off of it, left the headlights chrome, and they actually turned out pretty nice with that Tamiya smoke on there. Now the intake manifold was plastic, and what I did was I just painted the Tamiya gloss black for the base. I intended to do the polished stainless in about 2 layers, like I do my headers when I normally do those. But after I put the first one down, I thought, that black, the black base still comes through after about 1 coat. So until you get another coat on it, and that's when you know to stop, when the black base kind of goes away, because you go any further than that, you just wind up having silver. So, but I thought that kind of looks like black chrome, and in this light you probably can't tell it, but with these chrome injector stacks, the factory chrome on there, it kind of looks pretty neat. It's a tonal difference. And, I thought, well, that looks kind of neat like that. So I think I'll just leave it. And I did. So, the headlights and the rear glass in the body, they have you a choice of purple, orange, and clear. So we went with the orange, of course, since it matches kind of the body. We highlighted the coilovers for the shocks with just an orange Sharpie is all that is, with some black wash in between. We wired the distributor just to give it a little interest, make it look a little less toyish looking, and a little more believable about what it could be. As I said, the headers are the AK Extreme Metal polished stainless as well. We went with the Redline tires, side of the tires. The other side, I believe, is I can't remember if it's Goodyear or M&H Racemaster. I don't remember, so it doesn't really matter. But looked really good, I thought, with the red line against the orange. And then we had some. Now on the orange glass, I took the Wicked aluminum, the Createx Wicked aluminum that I use for the marbleization on the paint. I took and dabbed a little of the Wicked aluminum on the inside of the orange glass and gave it kind of an etched glass look, and it kind of carries that marbleized look on into the glass as well in the back. I don't know if you can tell it, but at least in person it does. And use some little jewels from Hobby. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. I keep those on hand for like street rods and stuff that doesn't have good tail lights. Those turned out pretty good. Now the paint is, of course, the marbleized paint work, and it is Createx Wicked aluminum, as I said, dabbed over. I actually took, instead of doing just dabbing it on, I took the saran wrap and just let it fall, brushed on some of the Wicked aluminum on the saran wrap, dropped it down over the body, which was based with black craft paint, just satin black, folk art satin black, and then pulled the saran wrap off, and it left, of course, the splotches that make the marbleized look. Let it dry for about a day, and then came back with, started my paint work. Started with the top coat. We kind of worked from top down and then from front to back with Tequila Yellow, Candy 2.0, Tequila Yellow, and then Grabber Orange, and then we at the back side. And at the bottom is a very, very light coating of the blood red. And then we sanded and polished. And this is our clear coat, which is the Restoration Shop Hot Rod Gloss. And I think it came out really well. It looks really good. And I think that over the top of that candy paint. So. But that's it. All right. That's pretty much all we've got on that. Pretty simple kit. Not much to it. Everything fit together pretty well except for the body halves. And everything else went together well. It fit. Everything located up well. No issues really whatsoever. Just be prepared for that when you do these. I expect all of them are probably that way. You're just going to have, the seams don't bother. There's no big deal. But like I said, not only did you have seams, you had unevenness to go along with the seams. So, and they all may not be that way, but mine certainly was. So, but anyway, there it is. All right, I'm gonna put just a little short slideshow in my little garage of it, and that's all for this. All right, talk to you soon. Take care of one another. Don't take any crap from anyone. See you in the next video. Later.